Hey, this is Fred from North 40 Fly Shop, bringing you a fly that's called the Montana Intruder. This pattern here has been in fly bins for a number of years now and been pretty popular for Trout Spey. And this gold, silver, copper phase has been well received in many trout waters across the West. Another color that I personally like to fish, especially as we move into the fall and we get a lot of darker days, is this black, dark version that's black and copper with a little bit of red. So we're going to tie this up right now. So I'm starting out with a Waddington shank here. Get that in the vise. This is a 25 millimeter shank. And then we're going to use some Senyo's Intruder trailer wire, and this is for hook size 6 or larger. And the hook that I'm using is a size 4 owner no escape hook. This is a barbless hook, holds fish well, makes them easy to release, perfect for trout fishing. So we're going to start out with our thread base. This is just some black 140 thread. I want to get a really good thread base on here so the wire has something to squeeze onto. So I've got this wire pre-cut. I want the tag to stick out approximately 3/4 of an inch to an inch long. You can make this fly as long or short as you want it. I like it to be just long enough that if I want to change out the hook, I can do so. So we're going to lay down our thread and really want to lock this down tight. Then we're putting our eyes in. These are real eyes. We also have squatchy barbells. These are a 3/16 size. 4 millimeter to 4.8 millimeter will do. And we're just going to lock that in on the bottom, leaving myself plenty of space to finish off the head. So we got those babies locked in. So then our first stage of material, we're going to use some black Senyo's laser dub, and this is going to go in the tail end of the fly on the back of the shank. So I'm just going to pick out a little bunch and kind of get it fixed out. So I'm going to tie this in, and this is basically going to skirt the trailer wire and also provide a little ramp for our next layer of material. So I'm going to tie that in on top, bring my thread back just a little bit, and then divide out the forward section, which is going to get flipped over for the bottom. And then I'm just going to fold that up and tie that in to complete the skirt. Don't want it to be super dense, but I do want to create that little tapered ramp there. So then for our first layer of flash, this is copper Krelex. So I'm just going to pick out a small bunch, probably 8 to 10 fibers will do you. Going to roll that around my thread and tie that in until it reaches the ramp on the back. Then I'm going to just kind of take that and splay it a little bit before I add a little more thread pressure and really lock it in. So then we just need to cover up that body, and we're just going to go ahead and use some of this black Krelex to finish out that little body section. Just grab a small bunch here. like to keep a little water at hand. These materials can be really staticky at times. So we're going to lash that down and then just palmer it forward just to cover up that shank. Alright, then we're going to build up a little more dubbing, and this is going to be right behind the eyes, and for this stage we're going to go with black UV ice dub. So we're going to build a quick dubbing loop. Pop this chunk in, it's roughly an inch long. Pick out the little Acrylex bits, and then we're going to spin that up. Don't want to spin it super tight. Want that material to stick out a bit. Alright, so at this stage I'm going to pick this out just a smidge, top and bottom. And then we're going to tie in a throat of red Acrylex. So again, grabbing a small bunch, 8 to 10 fibers. Gonna fold that around my thread. Then I'm gonna pull that down to the shank and then wrap this right around the circumference of those eyes, right around the base. Get that wrapped a few times. And then our cutting point on this is going to be, we're just going to match that up with the dubbing off the back of the fly there. About an inch long for that throat. Then we're going to flip her back over and we're going to add in our dark black Acrylex topping. Grab just a few too many fibers there. All right. So folding that over the thread, gonna take it down, lash it tight, and then the trim off on that is going to be about a ½ inch or so shorter than the tail portion of the copper. Splay that around just a little bit. And then to finish off this fly on the head, we're going to shift to some Senyo's laser dub, and this is also in black. The ice dub does a better job of building the collar, and then this softer laser dub does a better job of making a nice head. So I'm just going to grab a little section for top and bottom. I want my top piece to be just a little denser than my bottom piece. I'm also going to shorten up the length just a tiny bit by simply just tearing that back a little bit. So there's our bottom. Match it up on the top. Then I'm going to wrap forward a little bit toward the eye of the hook, and then we're going to fold this right back over itself. And start building up some thread on the head there to hold it back. There we go. Little finger twist. Now we can brush that out just a little bit. And that baby is ready to hunt. Hope you liked this video. All the materials to tie this fly are available at North 40 Fly Shops, or you can shop us at north40flyshop.com. Tie some up, swing them, tight lines.